Hi again then guys, and welcome to episode 27 of Pumping Iron, the review series for Gran Turismo's selection of classic muscle cars. And in this particular episode, we're featuring one of the most iconic and most widely loved muscle cars ever made, the 69 shape Chevy Camaro SS. Now there are two versions of this particular shape Camaro available in the Chevy dealership. There's the SS, which you can see here, which is a non-premium, and there's also a premium Z28, which we reviewed earlier on in the series. Now on paper, put simply, this car is by far the superior of the two models. The engine, for a start, is significantly larger, being 48 cubic inches bigger in capacity at a 350 instead of a 302 cubic inch, or in British money a 5.7 litre instead of a 4.9. So a pretty big difference in engine size. It's also a significantly more powerful and has significantly more torque than the Z28 at 602 horsepower and almost 700 pound-feet of torque. Interestingly though, despite having a larger engine, it's still lighter at 1,147 kilos, and it produces a pretty healthy 525 horsepower per tonne. Now, as far as PP, it is higher, but it's very competitive, I would say. That's one of the good things about the classic Camaro at 560 pp. Both of the older Camaros sit at very relevant PPs. They're not too high. You can down-tune them very easily. They make fantastic track cars. And the best thing about the Camaro of this generation overall, I would say, is the handling. It's a very easy car to drive. It's relatively compact by muscle car standards. And this is all stuff that I've said before about the Z28, of course, but it goes for this car as well. It's light, it's compact, it's very easy to drive for a muscle car. The more you tune it, the better it gets, of course. And funnily enough, despite being the more impressive of the two Camaros from the Chevy dealership in this age, this is actually also cheaper. 5,000 credits cheaper at 60,000 credits. So, is it the better of the two? Well, on paper, and for price, yes, by far it's the better of the two. It's superior in pretty much every way that matters. And it's cheaper. So if you're looking for pure value for money and you don't care whether the car has an interior or not, this is the Camaro to buy of the two. However, the Z28 looks better, has a detailed interior, of course, has more visual tuning options, and also has, as you'd expect from a premium car, a more premium feel. Everything just feels a little bit better. I don't know if that's just me, but premium cars just feel a little bit better to drive. Maybe it's just a subconscious thing because we think that they are. I don't know. However, although this car is strictly speaking the better of the two, in practice, there's actually not that much between them. In a straight line, they're remarkably similar. The acceleration is superior on this model, but the top speed works out to be roughly the same, around the mid to high 230s, and the handling pretty much breaks even. This model may well be slightly quicker around some tracks, but overall, both cars have their own advantages. This one is the better of the two from a spec point of view and for value for money, but the other model is a more desirable car because of being a premium and all that that entails. Overall, the Camaro, for those who perhaps haven't watched the Z28 episode, is a very good all-round muscle car, I would say, for both entry-level muscle car racing. If you're looking to get into driving muscle cars more regularly, you're not really used to driving them, you don't really know which one to go for, then the Camaro's a great one to start with. It doesn't cost all that much, you don't need to tune it that much for it to be good and to be competitive for its PP, and it's very forgiving for beginners. It's not some massive heavy barge like some muscle cars have the tendency to be. However, the Camaro does have its limits. Of course, all cars do. The Camaros, though, hit their limits a little bit sooner than some of the other muscle cars. They're very good at what they do, but what they do is very specific. They have very good handling, and they're very good around twisty tracks. In a straight line, the Camaro will pretty much not beat any other muscle car. The Chevelle can outrun it, the Charger can outrun it, even the newer Camaro, the IROC Z concept, will outrun it in a straight line. There may be one or two that on a certain day with a certain tune and a certain driver can potentially outrun some others. I'm not saying it can't be done, but in general, it's just not that level of muscle car. This is an entry-level muscle car. A great car nonetheless, but a more limited in range muscle car, I would say. So I would definitely recommend it for less experienced muscle car drivers and for people who are looking for a pure track day muscle car. But if you're looking for the best of muscle cars or something which can pretty much beat all comers, the Camaro perhaps isn't for you. But that's it for this episode. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.